So we have, well, I'll just show you what I bought here. I bought a pack of these, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this shaft like so. Just kind of screw that on there, and what that does for me, I'll show you here. I'll just get it all screwed on halfway, and then this is the first gear, right? And this is the second gear. So now I can actually line them up properly to where I have an actual alignment here that makes sense. Now this middle piece here, you see how it doesn't line up 100%. I'm gonna have to do something different here, so maybe I'll 3D print something different, another sleeve or something. I had to drill out this piece here, which I'll show you here in a minute how I did that. And what I had to do as well is mark up on this shaft, the one that I'm going to be putting in here, where these lines are. I'm going to make flat spots on it, just kind of grind it down to where I can use the grub screws to cinch it down to hold it in place. And I'm going to have to do the same thing on this shaft as well. We're going to be getting into it a little bit here and there. I'll try to keep them short so you guys can see what I'm doing. And basically what we're going to do is try to come up with something that I can tell everybody these are the pieces that you need, and this is how to do it, so you can actually make your own belt drive. Or if you want me to do it, I can also sell them as well. It doesn't matter to me either way, but I just thought it was kind of cool to come up with one. I don't know if my gear ratios or anything is going to be right. As you can see, these are the two that I chose here. Smaller gear on this shaft, which would be like the input or whatever. This is like the output from the motor, if you will. So I'm guessing that this one being larger and that one being smaller should give me more speed. I'm a little worried about the low end torque though, so we'll just have to see how it performs. All right, we're doing some work on the Rampage belt drive. I have a new drill bit here. So what we're going to essentially do here is, this is the gear that I want to use for the belt drive. I may have to increase the size of this. I don't know yet. We're just kind of trying things out. So what I have to do is drill the hole out to where it fits over the shaft. What I had done here is I got these shafts that screw onto here, and eventually what I'm going to do is get that on there, locate where the locking grub screws are at, and I'm basically going to flatten that out where I want it to be at. So I'm going to kind of get it in line, roughly something like that. Then I'll put my flat spots on there, then I'll cinch it down, then we'll work on the belt. So let's get this thing all going here. Like I said, I'm going to ream this out a little bit more, and then we'll try to fit it on there. So give me just a minute to get that part going here, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I got them fitted in the vise here, and all I'm basically going to do is drill this slow. For one, I don't want to make a huge mess here, because I got to clean that up anyway, but we're going to try to open this up just a little bit here. So let me get to it and see how well this goes. All right, so let's see how well this goes. We're just going to kind of take it slow and see what we can do here. Hopefully I don't destroy it. Okay, so it's walking a little bit here, so I got to kind of readjust it. Maybe get it a little bit tighter, and see if I can get this somewhat straight. So got caught on something there. It looks like it's catching on the threads on the inside, so I'm going to have to go a little bit slower. Okay, so we're almost through. I'm just making a pretty good mess here. Probably should have done this outside, but I don't have a really good setup outside. Just have to clean up the mess when I'm done. Okay. So that is through. See how good or bad we did here. Trying to keep the metal shavings in a specific area here. Try to clean it up just a little bit. Probably have to run some sandpaper on that, but it does look like it's the right size now. Let's see if I got the alignment right, because it's hard to set it up in here. So let's go check that out. So here's the gear. Let's see if it fits on. Bam. Okay, that's cool. And it gives me a little bit of room, which is what I wanted. Okay, so now let's get our alignment down, and we'll get our marks down, and then we'll eventually probably just sand into this, or maybe I'll take a cutoff wheel or something and flatten it down once I get my marks. So what I'm going to do is where these grub screws are at, I'm going to take something and throw it down in there and kind of make a mark. We'll make a hard mark on it with the screw itself first, try to see if I can put a mark on here, and then I'll mark it up with like a marker or something. So yeah, man, let's get right to that. All right, so here's what I've done to the shaft. As you can see, I made some flat spots on the one going to the clutch, and I've also done the same thing on the extender shaft that I'm going to put on there. I made two little flat spots on it, so it'll be able to screw on to that guy right there. I am also 3D printing another spacer here. I didn't like this one. I'm making it a little bit bigger and a little bit longer. This one's a little too long. I mean, it works, but I'm going to shorten it up just a little bit so the nut gets on there just a little bit better. I feel a little more comfortable, and I should have this thing close to ready to test. All right, and there is the belt drive completed, at least the first part of it anyway. So basically what I got here, I think I got a 36 here, and I forget how many teeth this one has. I'll have all that information for everybody later. But this is ready for testing, and as you can see, she does work. It's a little on the tight side, but I think it'll loosen up a little bit. So I'm going to give that a shot and see how well she does. So let's get it out and get a test on it and see what she does. With anything else here, when you're working on something like this, sometimes it just takes time, sometimes it takes practice, a little trial and error. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, is I'm going to kind of put it in something, probably the red truck back there, and give it a blast, see how well it does. If it does good, we'll leave it alone. If not, we'll work on some of the other gears I have over here on the table. Let me show you what I got. Experimenting with all kinds of gears here. I have different sizes, different styles. I even have more belts over here, and I've got some over here. But basically the type of belt that I'm using right now that I want to use is this guy right here. It's a 264 3M. It's a thicker one. I think it's 20 millimeters or something. I can't remember. I think this one's 10. So I got different options here that I could try. So yeah, next step is to get it out and put it in something and see what it does.